theirs against them in this one. Back to you guys.
Okay, Ellie, thank you. Alexander Walker. They get the rebound. And it's sent back by Kessler. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And a look here at the standings for the NBA Cup early on in the competition.
And this tournament has already been a huge success and really a fan favorite. I can tell it's going to be a lot of fun again this year.
George against Murray. Olynyk sets a screen for Murray. Over George. Murray, no good. Jazz have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Melton kicks to George. Olynyk against Anderson. Over Olynyk. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Houston, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Houston moving the ball around. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Great size and scoring ability. Hakeem, a tough assignment defensively. Drawing whistles, drawing fouls, nothing new for him.
Houston shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Hakeem Olajuwon, shooting 1.
And that one falls for Olajuwon. Clark, so many games left on the schedule. We are only scratching the surface of the season.
Yeah, you know, these first handful of games have been a lot of fun, though. But you're exactly right. I mean, there's a ton of season left to go, and the standings are going to be pretty fluid until we get further along in the season.
Murray surveying the D. Olajuwon with a screen on George. Murray the pass to Olajuwon. And it's sent back by Kessler. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Here's Olynyk. Here's Olajuwon. And at last, they get one to fall.
Such a graceful player. Hakeem is light off the ground there for that rebound, and then the skill to send that one home.
Now, here's George. To the middle. Here's Anderson. It's rebounded by Houston.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Back to Murray. Pass to Alexander Walker. Stolen by Anderson. Markkanen down low. Marshall defending. And Markkanen with the basket on the assist by Anderson.
Anderson makes terrific decisions, especially for his position. He's a great passer.
Crafty move. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Oh, man, check out the handle. I didn't know he had that in this game.
Pass to Melton. George sets a screen for Melton. Outside, Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Name a type of shot. Deontay George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Houston.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Dosumu comes in for Najee Marshall. Shepard's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Murray. VanVleet passes to Olajuwon. Here's Shepard. Looking for Cornett. He gets it there. And it's Houston with another.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here is George. Here's Melton. Hakeem Olajuwon with the rebound.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Pass to Cornette. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Shepard. Now Cornette. He's covered by Kessler. Melton with the steal. Pass to Kessler. Clock at 4. In the corner, George with it. Shoots over Van Vliet. And it's George missing. Houston leading by 5. Shepard, the pass to Cornette. That's basket number 2 with this third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Three-pointer, Markkanen. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. And for Houston, they're shooting 47% here so far. Dosunmu, the pass to Olajuwon. Stolen by Anderson. George against Van Vliet. Now, here's Melton. No scoring in this one. Left side, Markkanen. 5 on the clock. Shoots from the high post. It's rebounded by Houston. Olajuwon's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Back to Van Vliet. Olajuwon outside. Inside. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass. And that is what we talk about. Make the next pass. Fantastic feed.
Pass to Dosunmu. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Olajuwon. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Utah has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Now, here's Melton. Markkanen passes to Anderson. It's George on the wing. He's covered by Cornette. Here's Houston now. And here is Dosunmu. Shoots over Markkanen. No good off the back of the rim. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Nobody near Melton. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
That one drops for him.
Great work by Van Vliet. So good at carving out space on the interior.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Robinson's checked in for Olajuwon. Bailey's checked in for the Jazz. Collier comes in for Melton. Utah trailing here.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Outside, George. Fires for 3. Robinson pulls it in. George has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Clark, one thing about Mitchell Robinson, he has got great rim protection, rebounding, and a nice sense on the floor of what to do.
Yeah, he's a big guy that really wreaks havoc on the glass. I mean, his size, jumping ability, and timing, along with his nose for the ball, forget about trying to keep him off the glass. He's getting offensive rebounds, and he's an excellent finisher, rolling out of picks for the lob.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Shepard, that's good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Jazz shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Here's Collier. Hasn't made one yet. That gives them the lead.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
40 seconds left to play here in the first. Van Vliet passes to Cornette. And it's sent back by Kessler. And it's Bailey in the corner. Outside, Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
So much fun watching Markkanen catch fire like this. He's a capable, efficient scorer who does it at a high rate.
Van Vliet kicks to Robinson. The 19-foot shot, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Jazz out in front. They lead by 3. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And one other thing that stands out, all the blocked shots. I mean, staying up in their jerseys tonight.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Houston. They trail by 3. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
Butler out there with Fred Van Vliet. Then it's Olynyk. Then it's Najee Marshall. And it's Olajuwon in its center. It's the 5 for Houston right now. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team. And Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process. Seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Back to you. Okay,
Allie, we thank you for the report. Here's Bailey, following the score by Hakeem Olajuwon. Now, Bailey. 11 points for him in that last game against Boston. Here's Collier. Offline with his 3.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Now it's a 4-point Houston lead.
Over the last few years, we've continued to see Van Vliet improve as a leader, and it really shows up in his playmaking.
Pass to Collier. On the run. Hakeem Olajuwon grabs the rebound. Olajuwon's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Van Vliet outside. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Took that orange right to the rack, and they just let him go by.
Pass to Hendricks. Here's Collier, covered by Van Vliet. And it's Collier missing.
Operating from mid-range. That's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
And it's Olajuwon with the jam. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 12 rebounds.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. The Houston making some changes. Robinson's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Alexander Walker comes in for Butler. And Murray subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Pass to Alexander Walker. Houston moving it around. Murray, the pass to Olajuwon. Shot clock at 6. Shoots a fader. Rebound, Utah. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the boards.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly, while the other team, not so much.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Houston.
Marshall finds Olajuwon. Stolen. By Markkanen. Unhindered, going all the way. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up on Wednesday, then on Friday.
And that game against Houston, it will be
brutal schedule for Utah. Utah is 0-5 right now, man.
To the finish line.
Man, they got a brutal schedule.
That free throw, no good. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
Now here's Murray. He's coming off a 19-point game against Chicago. To the middle. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Boy, you've got Murray running the pick and roll. The timing is going to be right on time every time.
Here's Anderson, and finished off by Anderson.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand pull punch.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Alexander Walker. 6 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Bailey. Jazz trail by 5. Here's Collier. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Murray dishes to Robinson. Alexander Walker with the ball. Still without a basket. Pass to Olajuwon. Shoots over Markkanen. Olajuwon, no luck. For Utah, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Collier. Back to Melton. Outside, Markkanen. All alone. It's rebounded by Houston. Olajuwon's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Murray kicks to Olajuwon. Over Markkanen. Olajuwon can't hit. Jazz trail by 3. On the wing, Markkanen. Pass to Melton. Outside, Markkanen. And it's all evened up. Markkanen's got 18 points.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Here's Alexander Walker. 9-point game his last outing. Fade away. It's a big high bounce and goes in. Olajuwon's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that's the rub. I mean, as good as Olajuwon is on the blocks, he can be equally as effective from mid-range.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks. Well, Ace Bailey's draft journey was highly scrutinized, and it wasn't just his height. But at the combine, he measured over 2 inches shorter than he'd been listed in college. Rather, his refusal to work out for any team surprised a lot of folks and executives around the league. But it didn't scare off the Jazz, who selected him 5th overall.
Not everyone can shoot like him. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. And the Jazz with possession here. Following the miss by Hakeem, they now take the lead. Anderson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, he doesn't take a lot of threes, but Anderson is judicious and effective when he does.
Murray down low. Rebounded. By the Jazz. On the wing, Melton. Defended by Alexander Walker. Pass to Markkanen. It's rebounded by Houston. Olajuwon's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Stolen by Bailey. And here's the fast break. Here's Melton. A 3-pointer, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Houston shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here. A different look for Utah. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Bailey. And Georgia subbed in for Collier. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Murray against George. Pass to Melton. Anderson with the screen for Melton. And a miss there on the triple. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Houston. And that one misses. And so George will bring it up for Utah. Trailing by 2, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending. With that foul. Nothing easy inside.
That one misses. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second half. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And checking out the numbers for George. Good season for him last year. He averaged about 16 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
No, nice pass by Markkanen. Knows it's better to give it up than force his own shot.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Marshall. A 3-ball. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside, George. Five to shoot. To the paint. Here's Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Murray, good.
When you look at Murray's development of his inside game, boy, a nice finish that time. The better he is there, I think the better he'll be overall.
Now here's Anderson. 8 points his last outing. Markkanen sets the pick for Anderson. Got it. Good job in the low post. Anderson's got 8 points in the quarter.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Here's Murray. Right to the hoop. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
You know, Murray's game is about putting the ball on the floor, moving without it when he doesn't have it, and driving and keeping pressure on the defense.
Now here's Markkanen. 18 points for him. 59 seconds left to play here in the half. Back to Murray. Pass to Alexander Walker. A miss that time. Would have put him up. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Kessler passes to Anderson. Outside, George lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Marshall. Houston's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts.
Robinson loves to hammer it down whenever he gets the chance, and with force.
The Jazz trailing. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. George up top. He's covered by Murray. Anderson against Robinson. And that one drops for him. Anderson's got it all tied up now for Utah. Here's Murray. He's got 6. It'll count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Contributions from their bench, providing once again the importance of depth.
Yeah, with the way their starters play, they may also need their subs in the second half. And I'm not talking submarine sandwiches, even though I'm hungry right now.
All right, now, still early on, but let's check out the Western Conference standings.
Well, I think for Houston, they've looked okay early on, but it's going to take a lot of work to get this team to the next tier. Plenty of competition ahead of them, and not much room for error.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Lauri Markkanen having a dominant impact in this game.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
So on the floor for Utah, they've got Kyle Anderson, DeAnthony Melton out there with Keontae George. Then there's Walker Kessler, and it's Markkanen in its small forward. Now here's Marshall. Clock at 6 for 3. Murray. Again, the miss by Murray.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
It's George on the wing. He's covered by Murray. Right side Markkanen. And George gets it to go.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
And Murray's got the ball here for Houston. Pass to Alexander Walker. Shoots over Melton. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Outside Markkanen. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Kessler. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
That's good from Kessler. And so here is Houston. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Marshall. Now Alexander Walker. And the 3 off. Target.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Markkanen finds George. Anderson with the screen for George. Misses the 3.
Not the best shooting night for him, but luckily his teammates have picked him up.
Here's Olynyk. The shot, no good. Good D by Anderson. Melton with the ball. Picked up by Olajuwon. Anderson can't get it to go.
Hey, even guys at his skill level will miss those from time to time. But it doesn't happen often.
Murray against Melton. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. The Jazz with another miss.
Yeah, and gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
George against Murray. Markkanen looking it over. Fires the 3. Hakeem Olajuwon with the rebound. Olajuwon's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place.
Knowing teams are going to overplay him, Olajuwon keeps his eyes up and delivers a beautiful dime.
Utah's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. And here's Marshall from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Marshall's got 8 points. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
To stop the run. Second chance shot. And Kessler with a nice bucket inside.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now here's Murray. 6 points for him. Pass to Alexander Walker. Olajuwon against Kessler. What a spin move to get closer. 17 points in the game.
Yep, whenever Olajuwon has the ball now, he wants to take the defense to school, and I like his aggressiveness.
Melton kicks to George. Up top, Markkanen. Marshall defending. Markkanen sets the pick for Anderson. Back to Markkanen. Here's the 3. Drills it from outside. Markkanen's got 21 in the game.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
On the wing, Murray. Defended by George. Hits the three-point bomb. Marshall's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Houston.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Now, here's George. 8 points for him. Picked by Markkanen. Here's Melton. Offensive rebound.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
Here's Olynyk. Pulls in another board. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
Marshall dishes to Olajuwon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rejected by Kessler. It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league.
Pass to Melton. And George kicks to Melton. Outside, Markkanen. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Houston. And we've seen it more than once. DeJounte Murray has been traded for huge haul.
And that shows you his worth in this league. Teams have been willing to give up a lot to get him. You don't see that kind of length and versatility every day.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Houston.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
Houston making a switch. Robinson's checked in. Jazz trail by 4. Pass to George. Anderson a screen on Murray. Here's George. Another miss by Utah.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's Murray, and here's Marshall. All sorts of time. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 7th assist in the game.
He's lifting up this team with his offensive output. What a big-time quarter for him.
Now, here is George. 8 points for him. Pass to Kessler. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Olynyk, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Kyle Anderson. For Houston, they have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Houston. Hawkins comes in for Alexander Walker. And a switcher also for Utah. Bailey's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
On the wing, Murray. Defended by George. And here is Murray. He's got 6. On the wing, Dosunmu. It's Hawkins on the wing. 6 to shoot. Murray kicks to Olynyk from past the arc. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
And checking out the stats for Anderson. How he did last season. Last season, he averaged 6 points a game. 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And always nice to have a guy like him who can really defend at a high level coming off the bench.
You know, when you can sub in a lockdown defender, that's a major plus.
Here is Hawkins after the basket by Utah. Murray outside. This one for 3. And another 3 for Houston.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Anderson. He's got 13. The 3 from George. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
Leader is what comes to mind when I think about Murray. Great guy to have on your team and in the locker room.
Now here is George. He's got 8. Anderson outside. Pass to Kessler. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Melton. The offensive rebound. And Anderson is right there.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Now Dosunmu. Robinson passes to Dosunmu. Murray outside. Pulls it from 20. And Houston again with the bucket. And it's Anderson with the ball for Utah. Down by 15. Kessler's setting the pick for Anderson. It's rebounded by Houston. Robinson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Olynyk. Murray outside. Olynyk sets a screen for Murray. Back to Olynyk. Good on the shot. Olynyk's got 9 points in the quarter.
You cannot shoot the ball much better than he is right now.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Houston making some changes. Olajuwon's checked in for Kelly Olynyk, and it's Fred VanVleet in for DeJounte Murray. Utah also making some changes. Robinson Earl's checked in for Walker Kessler. George Niang comes in for Anderson, and it's Collier in for DeAnthony Melton. Here's Robinson Earl. Still yet to score. Here's VanVleet. Up and in on the layup. And Houston leads by 19.
We've seen VanVleet become a really good outside shooter, but I think he's still at his best going to the rim.
Pass to Bailey. Chalk up 2 there.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's VanVleet. He's got 6. Robinson sets a screen for VanVleet. Wants to get it to Robinson and does.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Jazz trail by 19. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Bailey. And he banks in the layup. Bailey's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And with his endless length, Ace Bailey's a good option down low.
Dosunmu. Van Vliet looking around. Here's Olajuwon. And it's Olajuwon with the jam.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
And so it's Utah with it, following the score by Houston. From the arc, Robinson pulls it in. Houston leading by 19. Here's Van Vliet. It's not going to go for him. Utah shooting the ball at 42%. Niang in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Houston's gone 4-6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Now Van Vliet, 6 points for him. Dosunmu with it. Here's Olajuwon, and then Olajuwon with the dunk.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And so it's Houston, sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Olajuwon is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Dosunmu. Then there's Hawkins. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1. It's the 5 for Houston right now. Houston leading by 21. Here is Hawkins. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. And some nice passing there by Houston. Stolen by Markkanen. To the left side wing. Here's Collier. Plays it up and makes it in.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Here's Van Vliet. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Olajuwon. Here is Hawkins. Outside Robinson. To the inside. Here's Olajuwon. Hits the front of the rim and out. Jazz trail by 19. Here's Collier. Here's Markkanen. Defended by Dosunmu. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Dosunmu.
Really good to see Markkanen be aggressive inside. He's excellent at drawing the attention of the defense and then forcing them to foul him.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw.
Boy, in this day and age of how the game is played, Markkanen's skill set, hand in glove fit, superb at spacing the floor with his shooting stroke.
Pass to Hawkins. Olajuwon, right side. Tries from 10, and that one is good. Olajuwon's got 23 points.
Well, I tell you what, you can't let Olajuwon get this kind of positioning. I mean, he is a master at knowing how to score close inside.
Here's Robinson Earl. Bailey, and finished off by Bailey.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game. Team's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Pass to Hawkins. Olajuwon on the wing. He's covered by Niang. 6 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Olajuwon kicks to Hawkins. Back to Olajuwon. Down low, goes back up. And Robinson with the layup.
Always ready to get rough inside. Robinson is as physical a presence. Down low as we have in the league.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Olajuwon. To the paint. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Van Vliet controls the pace for you and delivers the right pass at the right time with the right speed.
Here's Collier. Covered by Van Vliet. And Clark, is someone who has been around the game their entire life, what advice would you give to younger players?
A couple of things, Kevin, I would highlight. One is embrace the work, embrace the process of development, run your own race in that regard, stay away from the snare of compare, and dedicate yourself to being a continual learner and always striving to get better.
The Jazz making a switch here. Kessler's checked in. Olajuwon, good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Pass to Collier. Shot clock at 6. Off target with his 3. Houston leading by 22. Now here's Van Vliet. Robinson sets a screen for Van Vliet. Olajuwon on the wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Olajuwon's got 27 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Van Vliet passes to Robinson. Now here's Dosunmu. He's guarded by Markkanen. Kept alive. Back to Dosunmu. Olajuwon with it. Working on Niang. The rebound by Collier. Collier's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Bailey passes to Collier. And here is Markkanen. Niang in the corner. No good on the 3.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Olajuwon with the block.
Boy, Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
Pass to Dosunmu. Olajuwon on the wing. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. They get it back. Kicks it out to Hawkins. Now here's Van Vliet. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
You can't play off of Van Vliet too much because he'll burn you off the catch and shoot.
Utah's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Pass to Kessler. To the inside. Jazz passing it around. Niang, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by Bailey. Here's Collier. You know, everyone's aware, Clark, of the team rivalries in the NBA. But there are, I think, still plenty of personal ones, too.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, you've got highly competitive, accomplished guys making up the rosters on NBA teams. And if a player wins the individual matchup in one game, you can be sure that opponent in the next game is going to look to make things a little different.
Pass to Van Vliet. There's Olajuwon. He's covered by Niang. And here is Van Vliet. Here's Olajuwon. That ball. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Collier. Covered by Van Vliet. Here's Niang. Olajuwon with the rebound.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Pass to Hawkins. Olajuwon on the wing. That misses off the backboard. Jazz have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. Markkanen kicks to Niang. And the Jazz, another 3.
Since halftime, they've been chucking up more shots from beyond the arc. Trying to score in chunks. I don't know if that's the recipe.
On the wing, Dosunmu. Clark, you're so familiar with the college game. What's the biggest adjustment for guys coming into the pros?
I think the strength of the NBA players, Kevin, and the pace of play, and then also the number of games. I mean, that's just a lot more than what you see in college. And how you go about preparing for that type of schedule, that type of physical talent, that type of physical wear and tear is something that no college player is usually ready to handle until he goes through it.
Niang in the corner. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
the ruling on the floor
stands. It's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
And one of our featured players tonight earns our player of the game, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Boy, he completely took over, I think, on both ends of the floor. Scoring with authority and influencing a lot of plays, almost every play. This was the kind of night you dream about as a player.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And he hits the first of 3. And he's good on the second. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Marshall finds Van Vliet. Just 5 to shoot. Castro Olynyk shoots over Niang, and it's good off the back rim and in.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway, take the shot that's available.
Sure. Up again. It's hauled in by Cornette. Houston leading by 21. Here's Van Vliet. It's good from Shepherd on. assist from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 6 assists here tonight. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. And he drives in, and he lays it straight in. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Van Vliet. Rebounded by the Jazz. Kessler's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's George. It's blocked. Now Shepard. Olenek the pass to Shepard. And Vliet on the wing. Now here's Marshall. There's the triple. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 7th assist in the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Houston.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Hakeem Olajuwon.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Shepard. Houston moving it around. Now here's Olenek. He's covered closely. George looking over the floor. So we see Houston taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. And now, our player of the game, Hakeem Olajuwon.